P Street Garage, back out on my cruise with issues. And yesterday I gassed the car up, and when I left the gas station, the car was sputtering. And I also noticed that it was a little bit of a hard start, as in the car rolled over quite a few times before it turned on. So I did a little bit of research. I had run the scan tool on this before, and I do have some kind of an Evap fault code. So in the research I did, I came up with this, I guess this is very common on these cars, and it's this purge valve here. And it all has to do with the emissions, and apparently there's a little solenoid in here, and apparently when this fails, it doesn't operate right, and it does not send the correct signal to the computer. So this could explain my sputtering, and this is obviously a very common issue on this car. So I went and I bought a brand new purge valve with the solenoid part in here, and I sucked on this little tube here, and it holds a vacuum, which means there's a good diaphragm in here. These have a diaphragm, and apparently over time the diaphragm ruptures. I'm hoping that this will eliminate this sputtering issue, and it only happens after filling up, and also it'll help to clear some of the codes that are on this car. There's quite a few codes on this car, and we're just going to take one at a time. So I got this at my local UAP. It was about $70, and you can get them at Rock Auto. Rock Auto was $30, but I would have had to wait a few days, and then it was about $25 in shipping, so I just went and got it locally. So I'm just going to clean this up a little bit. Apparently very easy to remove. So I'm just going to clean up this clip and this wire connector, and try to slide this off. Okay, let's attempt to pop this off here. I'm going to start with the electrical connector. Should just be able to pinch and pull this off, maybe. Okay, there's that. There's this one here, which is a little clip. I think this will just push down. Everything on this car, everything is very plasticky. Okay, does that have to come all the way off? I'm not sure. No, there we go. Got this one off. So everything on this car, everything is stiff, brittle plastic. I swear to God, I've never seen anything like it. Anyway, there we go. That one's out of the way. And I guess it's possible too. It says that often these can crack and you can get vacuum leaks in here. I'm hoping it's just the solenoid in here. Okay, and over here I believe we pinch. How does this work? I think we pinch and lift. Pinch, oh, right here, pinch and lift. There we go. Okay, let's pull this out. Okay, they did say that this was relatively easy. Now, just for the heck of it, I'm going to suck on this to see if this holds a vacuum or not. Well, the old one does hold a vacuum, so maybe this was not the issue. Anyway, we'll change this anyway. I think it's worth it. And see if this makes a difference. Okay, so on the old one, I did clean this off. I'm able to draw. I'm able to suck on this one, and the air flows right through. And on the new one, when I suck on the part of the intake manifold, no air goes through. So there's also, I think, there's a little bit of a flap valve in here. Anyway, maybe this solenoid is not. Maybe the diaphragm isn't ruptured in the solenoid. Maybe the diaphragm's fine, but maybe it's just stuck. That's another issue, is sometimes they say you could just tap on these. For the amount of money and the mileage on this car, I'm glad to just replace that. So let's give this another wipe down. We'll check that connection and I'll put this back in. Okay, so I've got the new part slid onto this bracket. Everything should just clip into place now. This should just be a push in, I think. No, not clipping in. Let's go a little. That should be harder than that. Okay, so it does clip in. It needed a little bit of wiggling, so now I can't pull it out. So that's in good. Now this one here's got quite a bit of. Let's get this on here. Let's get this all in. Excuse me if I'm moving around. Is that as far as that needs to go? Now these are, you know, not very forgiving. It's like I said, everything's brittle plastic, and it has to be aligned just so. And you're relying on little O-rings. And now, I can only assume that this is good. Now the electrical connector, it looks very clean. That looks good. This should just be a straightforward click. That's it, and there we go. There we have it. Easy fix. This should solve a couple of issues. It should solve our sputtering after fill up, and it should clear at least one of the codes that we've picked up from the scan tool. Okay, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. And the part that I put on was not a GM part. I got it at UAP. It was a Dorman part. And there's my purge valve, and that's the number. Cruze with issues. One less issue, several more to go.